Hi students, today we are going to complete the remaining problems in the maxima minima, and one more thing you have to remember, tomorrow onwards we are going to start the new topic, that is new topic means integrals. Students, up to now we learned the differentiation formulas and already we discussed the continuity, and here onwards we are taking the antiderivative problems. Antiderivative means first we have a good commanding on our differentiation formula. First, we have a good commanding on that. Without perfection, you cannot understand the integrals. So, what my suggestion is, first each and every student prepare the differentiation formulas. Tomorrow, I am going to give the all differentiation formulas, and along with that, I am going to give trigonometric formulas only formulas, trigonometric formulas. Once you have to be perfect in those formulas, then easily you can understand the integrals concept. Okay guys, so okay, today we are going to complete the problems in the first one, 23rd. Instead of 22 problems we completed, today we are going to take the 23rd solution. Observe students, prove that the volume of the largest core that can be inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R is 8 by 27 of the volume of the sphere. That means, take the volume of a cone. If you calculate it means it is maximum or minimum, it will gives that one. So inscribed in a largest means maximum. Inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R is, the resultant is 8 by 27 of volume of sphere. That we have to prove it. Come to the number. This is the sphere. A cone inscribed in a sphere. This is the small r indicates base radius of the cone. Capital R indicates radius of the sphere. For variation purpose, we are considering. Capital R is the radius of the sphere. Small r is the radius of the cone. H is the, that means, that is H now, complete. That is BD. BD is the H. H means height of the cone. Observe guys, write the matter. Let R and H be the radius and height of the cone respectively, inscribed in a sphere of radius capital R. So the cone is inscribed in a sphere has radius is capital R. Okay. Let V be the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone V is equal to 1/3 1 by 3 pi r square H. But H means I don't have the value. But why we have to take means, if you are going to make a formula, you should keep that formula in one variable. So you have to find the H value. How do you get this H number? BD. BD means AB. And if you observe means this is the center of the sphere, guys. From here to here also, this is the capital R. That is also radius of the sphere. Now height means BD. BD is the height, guys. BD is the height means, how do you get now? H is equal to AD plus AB. H is equal to AD plus AB. AD means R1. AD means capital R. AB means this side. How do you get? By using the Pythagoras rule. You will get the capital R square minus R square will come. Capital R square minus R square will come. So this is the height of the cone. Just find the height of the cone. R plus square root of R square minus small r square. Clear now? Just substitute in this place of H. Then what do you get? 1 by 3 pi r square in the place of H. We substituted that capital R plus square root of capital R square minus small r square. And multiply like this. And go for the first derivative. So students, first derivative means this is f of x and g of x. And in this g of x again you have to take the f of x into g of x formula. Then take the simplification like this. Finally, v dash of r, it is coming like 2 pi capital R small r by 3 plus 2 pi capital R square r minus 3 pi r cube by 3 root of capital R square minus r square. This is the first derivative of the volume. Okay guys, need to understand it. A cone is inscribed in a sphere with radius capital R. That means radius of the cone is smaller. Height means, how do you get height means? Height means like this it will come. So AB plus R means you will get the H is equal to capital R plus square root of capital R square minus small r square. Then substitute it after making the function with a single variable. After making a function with single variable, then go for the first derivative. First derivative simplification this is. Okay guys, first note down this part and it will continue. Okay students, first derivative, second derivative and simplification. Student, from here onwards 23, 24, 25, 26, four problems. These are somewhat lengthy simplification. What you have to do means, just meaning is, by reading the statement, make it as a function in single variable, then go for the first derivative, second derivative. First derivative is equal to 0, we will get the critical point. At that point, whether it is less than 0 or greater than 0, we have to show. So, in middle of the simplification, you have to understand, it will take much time to simplify it. So, that's why what I am doing is, just I am giving the time to you, just copy into classwork and practice more times. Observe it guys, V dash of r is equal to 0 means I calculated the V dash of r is equal to 0. Then you will get the answer finally. Small r square is equal to 8 by 9 capital R square. So this simplification you have to understand, you have to do by your own only. And here also V double dash of r means this is the simplification for you. But we are in the place of small r square, you can keep 8 into capital R square by 9. You will get some answer. But it will take much time to simplify this. That's why in these problems, no need to give much value. Directly you can write the V double dash of r is less than 0. V dash of r is less than 0. Because of already he said it is a largest cone. That means maximum. Maximum is double derivative is less than 0. By that you can use it. If you have a lot of patience, means go for it. Simplify this part. Okay guys, just keep in the place of small r square 8 capital R square by 9 and keep it simplified, you will get the answer. So, after getting the R square value, find the H value. Okay, take these two values. Again, once you have to calculate the volume of a cone, volume of a 1/3 pi r square H is equal to. If you calculate this, what you get by simplifying this? 8 by 27 into 4/3 pi r cube will come. 8 by 27, 4/3. What is the meaning of 4/3 pi r cube? This is the formula of volume of a sphere. Formula of volume of a sphere with radius capital R. With radius capital R. 8 by 27 volume of a sphere. This is the simplification, guys. Just note down and practice it. Students, next 24. Show that the right circular cone of least curved surface area and given volume has an altitude equal to root 2 times the radius of the base. That means, observe it, suppose if you consider a cone, so this is the base radius and this is the height and this is the L number. L is the slant height. And it is look like a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle means L square is equal to R square plus H square and H square is equal to L square minus R square. Actually, sorry. L square is equal to H square. Yes sir. Here L is there now. L means square root of R square plus H square. L means square root of R square plus H square. Apply this condition now. Simply what we are taking means, Curved surface area of a cone is pi RL. Curved surface area of a cone is pi RL formula. So volume of the cone, okay, V is equal to 1/3 pi r square h and h take as the subject, h make 3V by pi r square, 3V by pi r square. And the surface area of the cone is S is equal to pi RL and L means, take this condition on, L is the slant height, h is the altitude of the cone, and r is the base radius. By taking these measurements, L square is equal to r square plus h square and L is equal to square root of r square plus h square. And place it pi r into root of r square plus h square. Now, in the place of h, substitute this value. In the place of h, substitute this value. Now, S of r is equal to pi r into root of r square. 3v by pi r square whole square means you will get this result, guys. This is pi square r to the power of 4, 9v square, 9v square by pi square r to the power of 4. Take LCM and simplify this, you will get the finally S of r is equal to 1 by r into root of pi square r power 6 plus 9v square. 9v square. And this is the S of r only. That means we made a function. With a single variable. And take the first derivative. First derivative result is like this will come. Because this is f of x by g of x. Square root of pi square r power 6 plus 9y square is the f of x. G of x are only purely r. F of x by g of x formula. Then apply this formula. You will get the s dash of r. Note down. I will continue the problem. Student, continue of that problem. S dash of r equal to 0 means S dash of r value is 2 pi square r power 6 minus 9v square by r square into root of pi square r power 6 plus 9v square equal to 0. The denominator transposed to that side will get the 2 pi square r power 6 minus 9v square. Take it and you make it as a subject. R power 6 is equal to 9v square by 2 pi square. This is the value, guys. What we are telling means, if you are taking the double derivative of this function is this is f of x numerator value, g of x. We'll get the much value, we'll get the much explanation. So, easily, definitely we can do it this way. That's what we are writing here. Thus, it can be easily verified that when r power 6 is equal to 9 square by 2a, s double dash of r is equal to greater than 0. Because almost positives are there. If you doing first derivative and keeping that values, definitely positive will come, because least curved surface area, he used the word least curved surface area. So we will not change the condition. So by that, what you have to write means directly s double dash of r is equal to 0, because up to now only we just drag the explanation, simplification. So if you take it means it will take much time and it will kill the time also. So by that you can write it, no problem, nothing will happen. So the surface area of the cone is least when r power 6 equal to 9 square by 2 pi square means, that is clear. H is equal to, we are calculating, guys. H value we are calculating here. Then calculating H means H is equal to root 2 r. H is equal to root 2 r. Finally we are going to conclude the word. For a given volume means volume of the cone. The right circular cone of the least curved surface area has an altitude means H, equal to root 2 times the radius of the base. Root 2 times the radius of the base. This is a simplification. Students, why I am just giving I'm not giving much explanation on these problems. This is completely simplification. So you have to sit and do with slowly. Then only you can get the perfect answers. So what you do means first copy these solutions, practice in home. If you are having any doubt, make a call me, or otherwise when you comes on, at the time we will clear the doubts. Students, 25. Show that the semi-vertical angle of the cone of the maximum volume and of given slant height is tan inverse root 2. That means this is the cone, guys. Base radius, height, slant height. Vertical angle means comes completely. But a given semi-vertical angle means this should be considered as a semi-vertical angle. That means acute angle considered. Okay, clear. Now, what we are doing means is telling about the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone. Let theta be the semi-vertical angle of the cone. It is clear that it belongs to the first quadrant because small positive value means first quadrant only. And let R, H and L be the radius, height and the slant height of the cone respectively. The slant height of the cone is given as a constant. Slant height is L value. So now R is equal to L sin theta, guys. R is equal to L sin theta means general theta means sin theta is equal to means opposite side by hypotenuse. Sin theta is equal to opposite side means R by L. By L in transpose means R is equal to L sin theta. In the same manner, cos theta. Cos theta means what it comes now? Cos theta means adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is H by L, and H is equal to L cos theta. So by taking the right angle triangle diagram, in this is the theta means opposite side by hypotenuse and adjacent by hypotenuse. By that you will get the values R is equal to L sin theta, H is equal to L cos theta. Come to the volume of the cone. Volume of the cone means V is equal to 1 by 3 pi r square H. 1 by 3 pi r square H. R value means L sin theta. Substitute L sin theta whole square. H means L cos theta. By that, pi L cube by 3 sin square theta and cos theta. Go for first derivative. First derivative means pi L cube by 3 is the constant. This is f of x and this is g of x. F of x into g of x. Go for the differentiation. You will get the v dash of theta. It is in terms of theta. First note down. We will continue the problem. Student, continuation of the double derivative test. First derivative test equal to 0. Double derivative test is equal to, you will get like this condition. Okay. Then after completion of this, take the v dash of theta is equal to 0. By simplifying this, you will get tan square theta is equal to 2, tan theta is equal to 2, theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. Okay, students. After taking the double derivative test, go for the first derivative equal to 0. We will get the theta is equal to tan inverse root 2. And if you are keeping tan theta root 2 means, observe it guys, tan square is equal to 2 now. Tan square means sin square theta by cos square theta is equal to 2. Then sin square theta is equal to 2 cos square theta only now. Sin square theta is equal to, you can write 2 cos square theta. And substitute here, you will get in double derivative test. Here cos, this is also changing into cos term. Sin square theta you can write 2 cos square theta, 2 cos square theta into cos theta, 2 cos cube theta, 2 cos cube theta 7 means 14 cos cube theta. Finally by simplifying you will get minus 4 pi L cube cos cube theta. Theta is positive value, plus into minus minus. Finally double derivative test value is less than 0 only. Then write this part. Okay, this is the conclusion for 25th problem. Okay. What you have to understand means making up the function only. The original question meaning is making up the function. Afterwards, first derivative, double derivative, first derivative is equal to 0. You will get some solution, that is the critical point. The critical point is keeping in double derivative test, which gives either positive or negative. By that we are telling whether maximum or minimum. Student, but in such type of lengthy problems, sometimes you can go for double derivative, sometimes it is not possible to do that double derivative also. At that time, directly you can write it by observing the what he asking maximum or minimum. By that you can write it. Nothing will happen to us. Okay. So write all these solutions. Keep in mind. And one more is there. We will continue it. Okay.